Welcome back to the Gun Dungeon. Got some 10mm love for you on the channel again today. People say I'm a 10mm bias fan. I am. I ain't gonna lie about it. Love 10mm. What we got today is some double tap ammunition. I haven't heard much about these guys in years. It seems like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, double tap was the hot ammunition. If you wanted hot ammo, you bought double tap. Now Underwood, Buffalo Bore, they seem to be talked about a little bit more than double tap, but double tap's still in the market, guys, and this is a 200 grain bullet. They call it controlled expansion, but it's listed at 1,250 feet per second. That is true 10mm velocities if we get it. It says from a 5-inch barrel, so it specifies the barrel length here. But like I said, it says controlled expansion. Hopefully you can, maybe I can make it focus for you. But it looks like a gold dot to me. I don't know about y'all, but looks like a gold dot to me. So maybe the bonded bullet is the controlled expansion. It's not a monolithic bullet. I know Lehigh makes one that's controlled chaos, controlled expansion, and they're typically monolithic. This is not. It looks like a gold dot to me. So, like I said, it lists that velocity from a 5-inch barrel. I have a 5-inch barrel here. This is that Rock Island you've seen me review. I actually bought it for a test just like this, so I actually had a 5-inch barrel. That's how much I love you guys. And we're going to test it from the Glock 29. We're going to start with the Glock 29, put 2 shots from it, from this, and then a couple shots from the 5-inch barrel. Got a chronograph here, so we're going to get true velocities. Got 4 layers of denim. Got Gel Block Jerry, regular on the channel here, going to ride the block. He may get some work today. He may go airborne. We shall see. But without further ado, no sense in talking anymore. Let's put some bullets in the jail. $1,084. Now remember, that is from the Glock 29. There is our wound track. Looks like a decent wound track. Carries on down. And that's not our bullet, that's just a junk bullet. You can kind of see the cloud there of the bullet in this junk block, but it's about 16.5 inches into the blocks, just inside the junk block. We'll have a better look at the bullet when we dig it out in a minute. Let's go ahead and try another one from the Glock 29. Today's video is brought to you by Vetter Holsters. I'd like to thank them for helping the channel out. Here's one of the products they sent over for me. This one fits my 365 XL with the red dot on it. You see it's cut for that. Also has the claw feature on it. Keeps that butt tucked in closer to your body. Another example is this holster for the HK VP9. This is their outside the waistband model. Just look at that cool pattern on that. Excellent retention, great products. So if you want to go help them out, which they help me out, so it works out both ways, I'll put a link to their website below. Go check out Vetter Holsters. $1,086, so very consistent velocities. Well, like 4 feet per second difference, if I remember correctly. Top track is our second shot. You see good looking wound tracks here from 200 grain gold dot. And boys, this one traveled on. I have failed to put my tape measure up. So you know what that means. You're going for a roller coaster ride. I love doing that to you guys. So there we are. You can see the bullet. It's a cloudy block, junk block. But you can see it. It is 21 3/4 in there. And I can tell that it's expanded. I don't think, you may not be able to see it very well, but I can tell that it's expanded. Maybe you can. We'll definitely know when we dig it out. But quite a bit more. You can see the cloud of that one down a little deeper there. And then that one. So let's see if that 5-inch barrel gives us that advertised velocity. 5-inch barrel coming up. $1,163, so we're still about 90 feet per second off from their advertised velocity. Our bottom wound tract here is from the 5-inch. They all look comparable so far. I don't see any advantage in the extra velocity in the wound tract, and nor do I see it in the penetration, because there's our bullet just inside that block again. We're looking at 17 inches. It barely surpassed the first shot from the Glock 29. So, that's what we got. Let's try one more from the 5-inch. $1,149. So we're still about 100 feet per second off from their advertised velocity. That wound track closest to you, that one actually looks a little bit better, honestly. Pretty good wound track, 200 grain bullet, 1,150 feet a second. I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at by any means. And look at this. There she be. It's our bullet. I don't even have to dig this one out. But we're gonna go ahead and dig them all out and take a look. I'll try to keep them in order and try to remember which one's which as I'm digging them out. All right, so these in order that they were shot. That's the first one from the Glock 29, and if that ain't a gold dot, I'll kiss your hind end. That's definitely a Spear gold dot bullet. See that gold dot right in the middle? This is our second shot from the Glock 29 that went the deepest, and you can see why, because the expansion was not as uniform. Had maybe some petals shear off there, so that's going to aid in penetration. First shot from the 5-inch, good expansion. Second shot from the 5-inch, good expansion. I can't complain too much with the bullet performance. That one a little bit wonky, but can't complain a whole lot with that bullet performance. So double tap, controlled expansion, aka gold dot, 200 grain, 10 millimeter. The best we got out of the 5-inch barrel was right around 1,150 feet a second, which is 100 feet per second less than their advertised velocity. In my experience in the past, that's not typical of double tap. Maybe they've kind of fallen off of the wagon as of late as far as making more powerful rounds. Maybe Underwood's a little bit better than the double tap. I don't know. I'm not going to say for sure standing here. But, you know, all in all, 1,150 feet per second, 200 grain bullet is nothing to sneeze at. And especially we're getting good consistent penetration, good consistent expansion. The velocities, the standard deviation between the velocities was probably hard. That's going to be hard to beat. I don't think we were more than 10 feet per second off from the two shots. I know it was like 4 or 5 from the Glock 29, and no more than 10 feet per second off in the two shots from the 5-inch barrel. So, you know, that is really, really consistent performance. So can't knock them for that. All in all, I think it's a pretty good round. Let me know what you all think below. That's what I got for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, stay tuned.